Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to another very special player review. Let's take a look at the 94 rated end of an era Xabi Alonso. The Spaniard is a complete legend of the game, as we all know, and has finished his career at Bayern Munich. He's been given this end of an era SBC item, 94 rated, with 91 dribbling, 90 shooting, 94 defending, and 98 passing. He's 6 foot tall with low medium work rates and only 2-star skills, but a 4-star weak foot. Now, I would say most of the time that you come up against this player, it's going to be in a full Bundesliga side. And because of the sort of player he is, he's going to be surrounded by crazy TOTS items and probably the premium SBC LAM as well. And this is the squad right here that I used him in. Now, I've used him at CDM, at CM, and at CAM as well, just to get a feel for the player and see if he can play in different positions on the pitch. But mostly as a CDM in the 4-2-3-1. So moving on into the in-game stats for the Spaniard, they look pretty decent, considering he's got no special items so far in the game. I was impressed with the in-game stats. When you look at that dribbling and the defending and the passing stats, they're nearly completely perfect. And today I've gone with the engine chemistry style. It was quite important to try and boost his agility, try and boost that balance stat, because just after the first couple of games of using him, I could tell that he felt somewhat sluggish. And I would say that's probably one of the biggest negatives that I can think of for Xabi Alonso. It doesn't feel super agile and super easy to move around with in game. Now, of course, what you're seeing as a defensive midfielder, what you're seeing here are some defensive clips. You'll also see some of the passes that he's made. Of course, he's got a very high passing stat. Some of the runs that he's been on, a lot of the shots which I took which didn't quite go in, and then even the goals that we managed to score with him as well. So apart from the fact that he does feel somewhat sluggish in game to me, I would say that the biggest issue is going to be his stamina. I found that from about an hour into the game, 60, 65 minutes, that sort of thing, he does feel tired. You can see the stamina bar has gone down, and I think that probably sort of goes towards the fact that he feels that bit sluggish. He just doesn't feel particularly fresh in the second half of your game. So get your work done in the first half is definitely my tip for you guys. Now, the only other issue that I had with him is that he does only possess 2-star skill moves. Now, a lot of the time, it doesn't really matter to me if a player's got 2 or 3-star skills. It's only really useful once they get 4, so you can do the Berber spins and chops that are actually very useful. But for some reason, I just noticed 2-star skill moves with this player. I wasn't able to do the odd roulette, which I think could be useful in the centre of midfield. It was just something I noticed, and you guys should know about too. But moving on into the positives, what you're getting here is a hard-working, very solid central midfielder on FIFA 17. His ball control and dribbling are basically perfect. He's got a fantastic first touch, and he can move on the ball really well. By the way, that goal you just saw was not scored by me. It was scored by my opponent and his end of an era, Xabi Alonso, and that's the first goal that I conceded against him, and what a cracker that is. It beats all of the goals that I managed to score with him as well. What a fantastic goal. I had to put that in there so you guys could see it. Now, vision and passing are another extremely strong part of this guy's game. He has got that 98 passing on his item, and he can pick them out. You know, he can play those lobbed balls over the non-running striker, or just quick, like, tiki-taka passing in between your midfielders because of his great ball control and ability to hit little first-time passes. Yeah, he's got it in his locker for sure. I was also very impressed with Alonso's defensive responsibility. Because he has those work rates of low-medium, I found that as a lone CDM, he really did like to just sit and play the defensive role, which is exactly what I was looking for when playing him as a CDM. As a CM and a cam, sometimes you find that he almost stands still. So in that cam spot, he almost stays a little bit further up the pitch. because he doesn't really like to move too much. And again, that's not a bad thing either. He's going to receive that ball, turn around, and then go ahead and take that long shot, which, as you can see, some of them go into the back of the net quite nicely. So overall, I think you're getting an extremely solid defensive midfielder, centre midfielder. I wouldn't recommend playing him at cam. I think he can score just as many long shots from centre mid as anywhere else, and I definitely recommend him. I think he's a very fun player to use, and he links up nicely with the end of an era Philipp Lahm as well. So there you go, guys. That is my review on the 94 rated Alonso. Hope you've enjoyed and now know whether or not he's right for your ultimate team. Have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.